Hi everyone. So yesterday we saw oil prices declining from its 5-day continuous increase amid many reasons that could be unemployment, low demand, and poor economic situation. Many people believe that there is a correlation between tanker stocks and oil prices, which might not be true, but we did not see that happening yesterday because NAT fell further 5.33% yesterday on the 6th of May. Let me give you some background as to what is happening here and what I believe will happen in future, right? So we see that the energy sector has seen huge amounts of volatility recently, right? The virus, the pandemic has brought vast swathes of the global economy to a standstill, and demand for oil and natural gas has plunged in response to the economic situation that we are facing, right? Yet, very few investors expect those conditions to last for very long. And as a result, there have been huge disparities in the oil market between what market participants are willing to pay for oil right now and what they will be willing to pay 6 or 12 months down the road, right? So now the difference comes between the spot oil prices and what investors can get in the oil futures market. And that has created an opportunity for arbitrage for those able to store oil for a period of months, right? Some inventive oil traders have realized that oil tanker ships are a great place to keep their crude. And that's lifted many companies that specialize in transporting crude by sea. And obviously, NAT is one of them, right? Now, the question here arises, will those stock fall just as fast when the energy markets return to normal? So that is something to think about. Now, coming to NAT, Nordic American Tanker in particular, has been upfront about the role that oil market disruptions are having on its near-term business prospects. Its CEO Hansen recently said that Nordic is charging almost $70,000 per day to allow oil speculators to use its vessels to store crude. Now that sounds like a lot, $70,000 per day. But with super tankers having a capacity of roughly 2 million barrels and recent opportunities to lock in spreads of $50 per barrel or more to store oil for just a few months, the math works out obviously in speculators' favor. But there is a problem here. The problem, though, is that the current conditions in the oil markets won't last forever. Even in just the past few days, hopes for reopening economies have dramatically narrowed the spreads between spot and future price. So now it is important to note that I'm talking about the spreads that are narrowing, and that is what is also having an impact on the price. For instance, the current difference between June and October crude price is just $10 per barrel. Paying $8 million to Nordic in hope of capturing 20 million in arbitrage still makes economic sense, but that approach is not nearly as lucrative as it was when speculators were getting 100 million in upside potential, right? So what I believe and what my opinion is that as long as this virus or pandemic continues to keep major industrial businesses below full capacity, the supply and demand picture for energy will remain distorted from what investors are used to seeing. That will inevitably create price volatility that could help opportunistic speculators use tanker ships to earn profits, and tanker companies might see further gains that make them stand out among oil stocks. But when things return to normal, which is eventually what is happening right now, even if oil prices declining or going up, that doesn't mean tanker stocks won't enjoy the one-time windfalls they get from making their vessels available right now. However, shareholders shouldn't expect the added profits to last forever, and it's entirely possible that the stocks will return to the pre-April level once all is said and done. So, and I also believe like with its upcoming dividend in focus, there might be that many people would be getting done with these tanker stocks because that is what they're waiting for. Please subscribe below if you haven't to my channel and give your opinion via the comment section.